Good evening. Well, Galway legend Padraig Joyce says he would love to one day manage the county's senior footballers. He brought the curtain down on his glittering inter-county playing career last night. The Killearn clubman won 2 All-Ireland senior football medals in 1998 and in 2001. He also picked up 3 All-Star awards, as well as being named Footballer of the Year. Joyce also captained the Ireland international rules team. He says he knew last season was going to be his final one. He spoke to Sinead Kassan this afternoon.
It's very hard decision to make, because it's been a huge part of my life, since I've been playing with Galway for, you could say, 20 years between underage and everything all together. So I didn't think I would be as emotional, but it was an emotional day, really. People have to decide themselves whether they want to put the effort in or they don't. I've seen over the years with Galway where lads don't want to put the effort in and they didn't put it in, they opt out of it, and inevitably lads will stay and try and put it in, but it's just getting harder and harder all the time. And
2 All-Irelands, 3 All-Stars, Footballer of the Year as well. Did you feel when you won that second All-Ireland in 2001 that you would go on to win more All-Irelands?
I did, surely, yes. That's the reason I stayed playing for so long, hoping that you would get someone like that. The first year I played, I was lucky, played 6 games and won All-Ireland, and then went and won it again in 2001, so I presume the law of averages that I played till I was 27, 28, which would have been 4 or 5 years further on, and surely that I would have won more maybe, but wasn't the case. Obviously, I regret I didn't go on and do a bit more, try and win a bit more, but look at.
What do you think needs to be done now in Galway football to get Galway back to where they should be?
It's hard to know. I don't think we have to obviously get some structures in place from underage up along, and obviously we need to start getting a bit of stability in the whole thing as well. We were chopping and changing managers there for a couple of years, which isn't the answer either.
Do you agree with that?
Well, it's hard to know. It's nothing got to do with what I agree with or disagree with. It's just a decision the county board made at the time. Obviously, from a player's point of view, it doesn't help when you're trying to carry out a physical program, getting people in shape, where you're changing physical trainers every year as well, and changing tactics and changing managers. But it's just happened. There's nothing that can be done. Ideally, you want your manager staying for a couple of years if you can,
And coaching, would that be something you'd be interested in?
It's something I would look at down the line, yeah. Maybe coaching. I'd like to get back into, obviously someday I'd love to manage Galway, but...
Would you?
I would love to someday, yeah, but whether that's down the line in a year's time or a long time, I don't know. I'm going to have to take 2 or 3 years break from it and just get maybe up to speed in the coaching side of it, and then maybe hopefully try and do something.
The number of teams competing